On Wednesday night of this week, in synagogues across the world, Jewish people will read the Megillah.
In the far land of Shushan, but not just the regular land of Shushan, land of Shushan of Bira, the capital of Shushan, which is a different city than the real Shushan. Achashverosh became king. But he wasn't king because his father was king, he was king because he made a revolution. And he made a whole fight, and he became king, and he usurped the throne, became king, and he didn't get everybody to like me. What can I do to make everybody like me? I know, I'm gonna make a party for 5 hours. No, that won't make everyone like me. That's not, people have done that before. How about a week? A month? How about 180 days?
You're right, Achashverosh made a big
Feast.
And
Why
at
are
the
you
feast,
back to start?
he was drinking lots and lots of wine,
Why don't
and he
you
wanted to
start?
show everybody how beautiful his wife Vashti was. So he told his guards, go tell Vashti to come to the party. And the guard went and told Vashti, you please come to the party. And you know what Vashti said? No! No! I will not go to the party. Yes, she did grow a tail. And what? She had big dimple.
The king was sad because he killed Vashti, and then them got the new queen.
Book of Esther, chapter 4. There is this dude named Haman. He said he was going to annihilate the people of the Jews.
Anyways, there's a guy, his name's Haman, and he's all like, oh, that Mordecai guy, he's really mean. I'm gonna kill him and all of his friends. And Mordecai was all like, oh no, that's not good.
There was a Russia named Haman.
Boo!
A Russia named Haman.
Boo!
And this Russia, he wanted to go and kill, wipe out, destroy the Jews. But Baruch Hashem, Hashem set it up for us that we had someone that was there to help save us. Esther Hamalka.
When the evildoer Haman plots to kill the Jews, he describes them as a nation that is scattered and spread out. The Talmud teaches that the Jewish people at the time were divided amongst themselves, and that the lesson is that when the forces of good are divided, evil can prevail. But when we come together in unity, together, we can defeat tyrants.
God always has a ram in the bush. See, our God starts at the end and works his way to the beginning. So God strategically locates Esther right where she needed to be. And Mordecai hears that Haman is going to eliminate every Jew. He's in sackcloth. He sends a note to Esther. And Esther is now sitting in the lap of luxury. And she stutters for a second. And she's like, the last person that came before the king when she wasn't supposed to come before the king.
And Mordecai says to Esther, Esther, no way. He says, Esther, and he says to her very, very clearly, he says, Kim ha'charesh ta'chari shiboei sazo. So if you're going to be quiet at this time, the Jews are going to be saved. Hashem will always be there to save the Jewish people.
On Wednesday evening, Jews around the world will celebrate the festival of Purim. And children will learn the story of Esther, who refused to stay silent in the face of evil.
Ahasuerus is in his bed, he couldn't fall asleep. So one of his servants got a book of rewarding people and he read it. Then he asked if he lorded Mordecai, and he said no. Haman knocked on the door, but first asked God's Pharaoh said, what would we honor for a person? And he said, dress him in the royal clothing and put him on the royal horse. Haman carried me, the gorgeous Mordecai, king on the horse.
Right there towards Mordecai, and Mordecai goes and he goes on this big parade around the city wearing all Ahasuerus' clothes and stuff like that. And then Haman's daughter is like, hey, look at that guy, it's totally Mordecai. Except it wasn't actually Mordecai, it was totally Haman, right? And she's like, I'm gonna pour this garbage on his head, but
this was bad enough for Haman, but nothing prepared him for what was gonna come next.
If had I found grace in your eyes, my king, and if you so desire, then by the wish of the queen, let life be given to me and my people, for that I and my people are given for destruction.
And our story has a wonderful happy ending as Haman and his 10 sons were hanged on the gallows and blowing in the wind.